Writer-director Noah Baumbach has a new movie called Jay Kelly, so let's talk about all his movies leading up to it. Something that I feel often identifies a number of Noah Baumbach movies are that he writes these upper-class type characters with very minuscule problems and they just blow these problems out of proportion. His debut, Kicking and Screaming, about a group of college graduates trying to figure their life out, definitely reflects that. I think when I was younger, I found this movie to be fascinating, but as I've gotten older, I've realized I don't give a shit about these folks. Mr. Jealousy is a compelling romance. Now, Noah Baumbach is a good writer, and his writing flourishes best when he writes characters you can connect with or they're exactly aware of who they are. Now, Highball is an interesting story. He made this in 1997, walked away from it, disowned it. He was never satisfied with how it turned out. An unfinished version was released in 2002, and you know what? This is actually a decent movie. The characters are quirky and foolish, and there's a lot of funny moments here. But I think The Squid and the Whale is the film that has most defined his resume. Some of Baumbach's best work is when he's writing unlikable characters and there's a self-awareness to their shittiness. They're not looking for sympathy, they're there for you to critique them. Margot at the Wedding is a really good film he's done that doesn't get talked about enough. It looks at two estranged sisters, one of them is getting married. Jack Black is a very likable guy, but here he's really good at playing an unlikable character. I feel like Greenberg reflects Ben Stiller taking that Meet the Parents money and helping produce movies that mean something. Here he's just all too good at playing this uptight guy, you know, the type of person that writes very detailed letters to companies that do things that piss him off. But when you watch this, you're also going to notice that something juicy really happened on set. Jennifer Jason Leigh is in this. She was married to Noah Baumbach at the time. Greta Gerwig was in this, and not long after this movie, she and Noah Baumbach were together. You know what I mean? Francis Ha would see Noah Baumbach circle back to another issue with certain movies. He writes characters that I just don't give a shit about. And I do think Greta Gerwig is very talented, both in front of and behind the camera. But this kind of started a streak for Baumbach where he just wrote puff pieces for his new girlfriend. While We're Young is another example of this. Again, I mean, the story just didn't really interest me, and I don't care about these characters. But Mistress America is like the culmination of this phase. But after that, he would actually co-direct a great documentary on Brian De Palma. If you haven't seen it, I can't recommend it enough. But I did really like the Meyerowitz stories as well, a very compelling, generational family dramedy. Marriage Story also has such a self-awareness to it. This looks at how ugly divorces can get, especially when both parties tend to get petty. White Noise is based on a novel that's actually really good. It was also very difficult to adapt. I appreciate that here Noah Baumbach was branching out and trying to do something different, but ultimately, I think my favorite part of this movie is the closing credits sequence.